There's no warning, no explosion, no fading crescent. One moment, the moon is there, quietly reigning over our night sky. The next, gone, vanished, and the world changes forever. This isn't a slow unraveling. This is a cosmic snap. And the Earth, our Earth, was never built for moonlessness. Because the moon isn't just decoration. It's not just something poets write about or children point to. It's a stabilizer, a shield, a keeper of rhythm, and without it, the unraveling begins. In the first minutes, most people wouldn't notice. City lights still glow, phones still buzz, but stargazers look up, and something's wrong. There's a hole where the moon should be, not dark, not hidden, empty. Telescopes scramble, governments call emergency meetings, and a terrifying consensus emerges. The moon is simply gone, no debris, no dust trail, no impact signature, just absence. But the consequences won't be silent for long. You see, the moon keeps Earth steady. Our planet doesn't spin like a perfect top. It wobbles, like a slightly off-balance spinning coin. This wobble is called axial precession. And without the moon's gravitational grip, that wobble gets wild. Right now, Earth tilts at about 23.5 degrees. That's what gives us seasons. But with no moon, Earth's tilt could shift anywhere from 10 to 85 degrees, chaotically over time. That means the poles might one day point at the sun, deserts could become oceans, the equator could freeze while Antarctica becomes tropical. And this wouldn't happen over millions of years. It could begin in centuries, within human civilization's lifespan. Our climate, once predictable, turns to roulette. If you've ever stood at the edge of the ocean and watched the tide roll in, you were watching the moon at work. The moon's gravity pulls Earth's oceans, causing tides that rise and fall in predictable rhythm. But without the moon, tides drop to just a third of their strength. This isn't just about beach vacations. Tides move nutrients, regulate marine ecosystems, and drive weather systems. Without them, coral reefs begin to die. Coastal ecosystems collapse. Fish migrations disorient. Entire weather systems destabilize. And with weaker tides, the sun's gravity becomes the dominant tidal force, creating longer, slower, irregular tides that confuse biology across the planet. Fisheries fail, floodplains dry, and once stable coasts start to rot. The moon isn't just a distant rock, it's a nightlight for Earth. At full phase, it reflects enough light to cast shadows. Animals, prey, and predator evolved around that glow. Remove the moon, and suddenly, nocturnal hunters like owls, wolves, and big cats lose their edge. Prey animals reproduce wildly, or vanish entirely. Fireflies, turtles, and birds lose ancient mating and migratory cues. Even humans feel the shift. More depression, more insomnia, more fear. Because moonlight is more than just light. It's memory. It's rhythm embedded in biology. And without it, Earth becomes just a little more alien. Humans have tracked time by the moon for 30,000 years. Calendars, rituals, agriculture, birth cycles, tides, sleep, all woven around the 29.5-day lunar rhythm. But now, religious festivals lose their celestial marker. Agricultural communities struggle to predict seasonal transitions. Indigenous knowledge systems fracture. Civilizations that still rely on the lunar calendar face chaos. Time unravels, and with it, a core part of our shared human culture. Here's something few realize. The moon acts as Earth's cosmic bodyguard. Its gravitational pull captures or deflects meteors and space debris. It bears the scars of 1,000 impacts, so Earth doesn't have to. Without it, Earth's cross-section becomes exposed. The number of meteor strikes would rise dramatically. And while most are small, it only takes one unexpected rock, unshielded, unchecked, to undo centuries of progress. And unlike before, we'd see it coming, too late. But beyond tides and tilt and meteors lies something stranger. What happens to the human mind when the moon is gone? We've worshipped it. We've written about it. We've tied gods and goddesses to its silver arc. It's guided shamans, soldiers, sailors. For the first time in all of human history, we'd face a sky without it. Children would ask why it's gone. Dreamers would feel adrift. Religions might fracture or evolve into something new entirely. There would be panic, conspiracy, cults. Some would believe the end is near, others would say it's already begun. Because the moon isn't just a rock, it's presence. And without it, we begin to feel alone, not just cosmically, existentially. In the decades after the disappearance, the effects compound. Coastal economies collapse as marine life plummets. Agricultural systems falter due to climate shifts. Nations fight over dwindling stable zones. Space agencies pour trillions into artificial satellites to mimic the moon's influence. Timekeeping and religious structure become decentralized, chaotic. And worst of all, we still don't know where it went. There was no collision, no signal, no remnant. The moon's disappearance becomes one of history's greatest mysteries, studied, feared, mythologized. Generations later, people will stare up at the night sky, and some won't even believe the moon was ever real. Just a myth, a ghost of light, a story our ancestors told. But what if it comes back? One night, after decades of darkness, it returns. No sound, no warning, just there again. What would we do? Celebrate? Fear? Or ask, what took it away? And why did it bring it back? Because the moon's absence is terrifying, but its sudden return might be even worse.